Hello, Wonder Boy. Winder Boy. Welcome.
Don't worry, I've been called worse. I've been called worse. Hey,
Thank you for joining us in CoComs. As I said in Discord, I'm looking forward to your expertise on Dark Elf play.
yeah, or scathing criticism as it may be. We'll see. Depends on how the game goes, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely no bias involved here.
No, none
Um,
at all. Definitely not bitter that Caolan's Dark Elf team made it to the playoffs and mine didn't. That's not going to crop up at all. Don't worry about that.
No, and the fact that Caolan was the best man at my wedding, not going to play into this at all. We, I'm sure we'll have an absolutely
Absolutely.
unbiased review. But first of
Call it
all,
right down the middle.
before we get into the play, let's have a look at these teams. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
we should
I
bring this up. So, Kaiser's Glory, Elados' Norse guys, buff guys in pants. What do you reckon?
Oh, they're not that buff, are they?
No,
I'm seeing a lot of
they're certainly not agile.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of white crosses on this team. It's giving me flashbacks to how my guys ended up. How many games has he played? This is a team that was started. Was it only for halfway through season 2 or something like that? Or is
This is
full-
a one season. This is a one season
Yeah,
team.
I mean, for a one-season Norse team, it's pretty good. Like we've got multiple players with multiple skills, and that's really hard to do on a Norse team. Like that armor 7, you tend to churn through players quite a lot. So, like, like his thrower is probably the best thrower in his division, and like if you're looking for positives, they got that move 9 runner. Like that's given Norse a one-turn touchdown threat that Galen has to respect. So like
Yes,
there's a lot of
it's
positives there.
it's the least agile one turner I've ever seen.
I didn't say
An
it was
ad tree
likely to
without
happen.
dodge.
I just said
It's
it's a
fast.
threat that you have to respect. The problem though is when you compare it to Kalen's team,
Yeah.
it the killer is the, like, you think, oh, two guys block tackle, great, those guys are going to be key. I think Kalen's got 7 or 8 guys with dodge on his team, so you're going to want that tackle. And then you see that they're
Both niggled.
agility busted. They're both agility busted. You're like,
So
oh,
they're not going to be they're going to be stuck on linemen.
yeah, he's just going to be able to tie them up with his less relevant guys. I
And
think one of them
possibly kill them with their niggles.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of them's niggled and agility busted, so it's going to
But
be
it's
hard to
Blood
see
Bowl.
where
This is Blood Bowl. Caolan has said himself he's a little concerned that this might be the typical Andy Davo style banana, peel.
Oh, if Jed was playing this this Norse team, then yeah, I'd be a lot more worried. We saw them high roll Norse high roll pretty well yesterday, and it's all about just getting those early casualties in. And Kaelan does have a few unskilled linemen that if he loses them early, then the numbers game could end up going against him. The problem is just man for man, or man for witch elf. It's just hard.
Let's have a look. Eh?
Let's have a look.
Now, one other call out here. Caolan was very adamant in giving Elados some advice, which is very generous of him, about knocking down the number of rerolls, because I think he had 5 coming into this or previous to this, and he had 2 cheerleaders and 2 coaching assistants.
Okay, yeah, trim the fat.
He's trimmed that fat,
Unnecessary.
and he is coming in at 1670 with 130k in the bank. So that is a little bit of that's a positive as well.
Now the USADA anti-doping rules mean he can only put 40k of that into his treasury. I think for this game,
that is in effect for this cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so at an even 2 mil, that's still a good chunk of change that they'll have. So I'm afraid I'm not super familiar with what the Norse star players are. But
The Yeti's not bad. Cheney Cheney. He's.
Oh,
I
we can
don't
see.
know if Cheney is within reach though. Um,
I can see it. I can see it. That would add. It would add an extra element to the team that Keller would have to deal with. But my God, I've teased him all season that he has the second and third best witch elves in the league. Uh, but unfortunately, I think that's just not true anymore.
yes, they've got a couple of skills since then.
I think he legit has the best, probably the best two individual players in Becky and Jacinta. They're just absolute monsters.
and give from you, that's high praise and hard earned.
I'm having to say that through gritted teeth.
Yeah, you could sense the pain. What about the leap?
I like the leap. If you have a look back on Elados' team, unfortunately, he's only got one guy with guard. So any attempt to cage up the ball, Ag 5 leap is going to be able to get in there and like pretty reasonably guarantee at least a 1 dice block on his ball carrier. So it's pretty much a free blitz on any player that he wants. So like what I don't think he'll be able to necessarily get assists in there as well, but like she can go any square on the board on a 2. He's got 3 rerolls. He doesn't make unnecessary blocks. CaolanG's very reserved in that matter, so I think he'll be able to reasonably position her wherever you want to go.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a fun game. So...
Yeah, he says they're good to go. Pre-match predictions?
Oh, I mean, I'm going for my boy CaolanG, of course.
As much as it hurts me, I think I have to do that as well. But if he's listening, and he shouldn't be, to get free advice, if Elados is going to win, he needs to take out those witch elves. Like there's a universe where I could see turn 1 lightning bolt a witch elf and then foul it if it doesn't go off the pitch.
That would be a big balls play, wouldn't it?
It would require huevos grande. But yeah, as Shavite says, 3-1 to CaolanG seems like a pretty reasonable score. Now, could we see the Halfling Master Chef? Are we in a world where
I think he might just go. I think he might just go play by the book with, Apo or
Babes,
some bribe, bribe, babe or something.
Yeah, no dirty player as well.
Elados,
another noticeable absence.
Yeah, Elados has played really, really well, and he's earned his place in the cup with the 1-season team. But he is the first person to note that he is relatively newer in terms of, like myself, not having played for 20 years.
There's a 330k difference in the teams, with Elados having enough money to bring that up to 370. So not quite Morg, but that's well within Cheney range, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I can certainly see going without the Wiz because it's not as good. It's still amazing. It's the best.
Fortunately, the Wiz is one of the few reliable options he's gonna have to deal with those witch elves.
I think once you take the Wiz, then obviously Cheney's well out, and then the bribe. Yeah, Cheney and Apo.
Can see that. I'd want. Yeah, it's whether you go for the high risk play.
So the game, it looks like it has just begun.
Here we go.
We'll try and figure out what the
pre-match sequence was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suspect that CaolanG won the toss and put. Well, no, actually, probably Elados won the toss. So no, star player Boomer. Well, he's value.
He is. He's dirt cheap.
And so he's gone for a bribe.
Very good versus armor 7 guys.
And the Wiz.
So he got the Wiz. Okay, I like the Wiz. I think it's the route that's most likely to lead to being able to deal with these witch elves.
Yeah.
I expect to see it used early. There's nothing I hate more than seeing like a wizard on like turn 14. You're like, you gotta be using that as aggressively as possible.
Yeah,
Get that one.
last night's game with Minion for Hire playing his dwarves, he wasn't super happy with the way his wizard play came out, and that was around about 13, 14.
Yeah, I understand it at that because that was a very close game in terms of touchdowns.
Yes.
This one I think is going to be a little bit more open. I can maybe see a higher scoring game here.
Well, if the Norse are trying to out-elf the elves, then they're definitely going to lose that game. I think they have to try for a. I mean, I think ideally they're going for probably a 1-0 victory here, aren't they? Try to stop the elves from scoring. It's hard to stop elves.
I think it's going to be so hard to stop them. I think they're gonna try to win the attrition game. Like they have a numerical advantage, they have a block advantage. Unfortunately, there's a lot of dodge on that Dark Elf team. So.
Even with only skill ups, it's a bit messy. But
yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, 2 level 6 witch elves, and both very different as well. Like move 8, ag 5, incredible. But just that strength 4 frenzy mighty blow, like against all this armor 7 with a smattering of. I think he's even given a guy an armor up. Right, there's a Norse.
There's a Norse with an armor up, which is not traditional.
No, but I can understand it. It's his guard player, so getting it to kind of defend that guard is understandable, if a little unconventional. I don't know if I would have started bomber on my first my first kick. This is Norse kicking to elves, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like the elves could just run it in quickly, and then you're already forced to decide if you want to use your bribe, or lose your player. Like it's possible you're only going to get maybe 1 or 2 activations out of them. I might have held on a little longer.
I remember a combo.
Oh, but of course, just roll blitz and then make me look like an idiot. And now putting him on the field is the perfect play.
I still think your point stands, and it's even with the blitz, I still think the elves can score pretty soon. I think it's a bit like the conversation I remember Jimmy Fantastic having about his Death Roller run, where he qualified for Chalice, which was pretty ridiculous. But he made the point that people would sometimes score early to get rid of the Death Roller and then leave themselves vulnerable to the counter score because they were scoring too early, you know?
Yeah, I can see this. And
that's with dwarves.
Yeah, that's with dwarves, exactly. I'm wondering here, does Elados take the opportunity to blitz on the right side here, just to maybe crowd that lineman?
Excuse me. I mean...
It's very tempting, I know, to go to the ball, but I think he can get to the ball with his move 9 runner anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He can indeed get under the ball without a GFI.
Yeah.
Which it would be fun.
Yeah, obviously the safe play is hit the dodge wrestle guy with his Ulfurner there.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if I was going to guess, I'd say that's what's going to happen. Even though the assist is not, the assist is of no use if he does that. I mean, obviously, if he does bring his move 9 guy down for the ball, 0 protection, and there's no way to screen it. So it might be. It would definitely be. I think an overcommitment play.
I think we're going to see the attempted crowding here. Maybe just trying to, get a one-up on, like, just... One of the things I see is a lot of people overplaying blitzes. And they have this lovely defensive formation set up. It's all good to go. And then they panic.
Yes, you feel like, oh, well, I have a blitz. I must be aggressive.
Yeah, sometimes no. Discretion.
If you're dealing with even Edge 3, a reliable Edge 3 with sure hands that can, swap the sides, you have to
No.
be. You can only really do it on a very short kick.
Yeah. Now, as I said, he can get under this. Maybe he gets under, grabs the ball, and then rolls the dice that somehow Kaolan can't get the ball back from him.
Well, yeah,
Um,
he'd. Well, I mean, he'd be relying on the very worst, at very least a 1 in 9 failure. You know, a both down
okay.
pushes.
And does he go for the dodge on a 3 here to get under it?
Oh, I mean, go around the edge. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he could go around the edge and GFI. Yeah. Is he going to do both? I mean, it's not a lot of. Well, no.
Okay. Just going into contact here, I guess. And then here's the pass from Bomber. This could be very interesting. Where does he throw it to?
He's got 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's run out of time.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. It might just be a lack of familiarity playing with Boomer.
Yeah, I think you could see maybe he wasn't predicting what would happen if this is only a push. He had to think about where does he go with the runner. I think his runner is very out of position now. I suspect he's going to. Although he's moving 9, he can get back into position.
As long as the other team doesn't have any strength 4 players with Frenzy, he'll be fine. Oh wait. I'm not sure the strength 4 one can really get there, but okay. So this would make sense just to free up the Witch Elf who's on the line. Now,
do you think we'll see the surf? Clear off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of the surf. I wouldn't be. Yeah.
Ooh, assisting with the ball is.
It is a bit of a flex, but I think it's. Oh.
Part 1 complete.
Doesn't even have to make the decision about whether or not he wants to roll the dice on the injury here. Just right out of play. And
no damage from the crowd. And even on defense, your movement 9 guy is not necessarily your most important piece. It does make a difference.
He's available for your drive, which is great.
Yeah.
Also, if we're looking for positives for the North here, Dark Elves don't look like they're getting deep at any point soon. Like they're not looking for an early score, so that does mean theoretically
Bomber stays around a bit longer.
Yeah, more Bomber time.
Is Bomber or Boomer?
I'm not sure.
Boomer. Whatever. He's a bomber. Boomer the bomber. Hi, Kuriakeshi. Do you know how to pronounce that username?
Nope.
You haven't played him.
Hi, Gordo.
Yeah, but certainly I think this is a much more stable. I mean, after the blitz, this is a pretty much a perfect turn 1. Couldn't really ask for much more there.
Couldn't really. No, we've got 1 player off the pitch, a bunch of North staring at the sky. So
yeah.
Nothing long term. Not even a KO on the guy who was crowded. So might have asked for a little bit more permanent damage here, but the ball is very safe.
I guess perfect's not the right word, but you know.
Oh, he'd take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Oh, is there KO? Oh, there was a KO. Sorry, I missed the KO. That is also pretty devastating. So it's 9 on 11 for the first drive. I think the Norse are going to have to figure out how to use this bomb for a start.
Yes, yeah, I
And
think
oof.
just
Oh, we got a high roll on one of the witch elves, and this is from a mighty blow player. So
it is a stun. Now, there's a choice here about he can't really. It's hard to justify a one assist foul, even with a bribe, but with that target, maybe you do.
no, he's just going
That's
into.
not going to happen. The jump up block. He doesn't do the jump up block. Probably it was red dice.
I'm wondering if that risk was worth it. If he couldn't have got an assist over there, maybe, and cancelled, take a
Yeah, I
couple of
mean,
one dice red rolls, or even if he could make that 2 one dicers. I think if he doesn't have sidestep, you got to take your chances against her. Like I think if we're gonna have normal everyday rolls for the rest of the game, then this is gonna end up in the Dark Elves. I think the Norse need to take some chances, and
I agree, very much.
maybe you foul with Boomer.
Well, that's it. I think it's the only option. It's like if you can clear off a witch who is currently, armor broken and stunned.
The other argument is you could wait until next turn. Like, she is stunned this turn. She's
Yeah,
still gonna be lying there next turn. Maybe we can move into a position where we can make a better
I
foul
suspect.
next
I
turn.
suspect Caolan will have a couple of players around her at that point.
We're gonna push here. It's depressing when you realize that the Dark Elves have more guard than
Yes, not a
Norse
huge
do.
amount more guard, but it does matter.
It's they should certainly not have more. Just a knockdown there. So
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the symptom of a one season team. Although also he's made pretty aggressive choices with his.
yeah, as I said, for a one season team, this is a really nice Norse team. If they had another 10 or 15 games under their belt and were able to build up another killer, like a problem solver, like a tackle, mighty blow, piling on type guy. Okay.
So no throw again. Boomer taking a defensive role.
Boomer has a rule where he can't move before he throws. There are some of them who have that.
I can't remember. Wow.
Wow, that is a long piece of text.
They may not move before throwing, so that
Yeah,
is true.
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not sure he's getting doing a huge amount there.
No.
A one goblin. He's not a goblin. A one dwarf screen.
Is he a dwarf technically?
Yes, technically
Thick
he's a
skull and
dwarf.
block. Yeah, absolutely.
Thick skull.
Bombardiers can't move and throw, so
Yeah.
and like as Jetty pointed out there in the chat, throwing bombs against elves, it's risky. But then,
yeah.
why take him then if you're not going to throw the bomb?
I am fully on board already in turn 2 that I think 2 players down, a little out of position. You got to get a bit of luck now. If you just let this play out, the elves will.
And we will keep a couple of blocks like this as well, where we're not losing players or we're not losing board position.
The other interesting thing that I certainly discovered playing Norse recently against, I'm going to say Thanatos, is the frenzy and sidestep interaction, which is just a constant ball ache, basically.
You could end up in some really unfortunate positions.
It's very annoying.
Oh, and there's another KO.
There is another removal, at least for this drive. No babe.
and no babes.
I
So
mean, not that they do a lot, but but still,
no,
psychologically, you're always a little happier knowing that you've got a babe or two
yeah,
when you've
exactly.
got 3 KOs or something.
You also have what we like to call complaint equity. You get to
Yes, very key complaint equity.
like, oh my god, I bought two, and they still didn't get back up.
Yeah.
Because then it's not your fault. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
the 19 different positional mistakes you made during the game had nothing to do with it. It was just
Yeah,
that
standing up,
one knockout roll failed you, and that was it.
standing up a berserker with 4 dark
Oh,
elves around him. Oh,
okay, you got
oh.
away with it. I love the drama of the manual dodge.
Yeah.
Provides an extra level of tension.
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen the Twitch clip of the Russian Blood Bowl player talking about the various types of manual? There is another injury removal, badly hurt because he power apo. I mean, I think he should. And
I
just
think at this point, it's the guard guy. He's going to need him for the rest of the game.
he
I think.
does not.
Oh, I think you're going to regret
That
that.
is a hallmark of couple of the players new to cup,
Yeah.
cup
It's weird
finals.
if you see like a roll that's a 4+ or a dead. Like it's just you're better off just not re-rolling it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
if it's
find
missed
when
next
it comes
game,
by
if it's missed
re-roll
next game, it's hard. But
stuns.
badly hurt.
Oh, we
Well,
have an elf down. Is this
chooses to
important enough? Okay.
reroll, and it's the snake eyes.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Well, this is
there's interesting.
interesting.
I mean, it's Boomer is a dwarf, so dodging off is not easy.
No, but he could put if he gets that guy out of the way.
There's a thrower
Is there?
with dodge.
I'm just wondering, is there anyone with frenzy near enough that that player could take a nice trip to
The berserker. Well, I think one berserker just got taken out
Oh,
or KO'd.
yeah.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So one berserker's KO'd. The other is on the
Okay.
other side of the pitch. The Ulf and the Ulfs are too far away. So it's a 1 dice with block
Dodge versus block
against
and
blodge.
Hey, we're not gonna win this game without rolling some
Oh
dice.
no! I mean, it's the play I would do. I would also be sad that it's a bad play.
I
Or,
think we get the block with Boomer on the dodge tackle guy as well. Like we can bring the Ulf up for an assist, clear it out, and then it just becomes difficult for Caolan to cage up in there.
2 GFIs for an assist, and if he had taken out, I feel like if he had done the Boomer hit, this possibly would have come in for the assist without the GFIs.
Well, he could have done the blitz with the GFI, and he would have had the tackle as well. So I think your odds are a little better there. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's very easy for us in our
Oh yeah, it's so
ivory
much
tower.
easier.
Oh, what are you doing? That was like no. It's 3 minutes is not a lot of time.
Well, they should play CCL. It feels like an eternity.
Yeah, I agree. You should be hitting people, but oh, here we go. All right, that's just a stun. No piling on though, so these are poor imitations of your
Yeah, chaosy boys.
of your Norse boys. So
Yeah, I don't think he has any piling on. No, maybe on one of the
no.
knocked out guys.
Okay. Okay, so we did all the hard things. Got the 2 dice block here. Do we re-roll
No
this?
tackle. He's got 4 rerolls, and this is
4
an
rerolls. I think
absolutely key opportunity. But chooses not to.
Okay, this this is going relatively well for Caolan here. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward for him to muck out this cage. He hasn't lost anybody important. His Witch Elf is going to be back in here with jump up, so she'll be able to. She's the one with tackle as well, so she can take care of the strength guy. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
He's going for the bomb on the ball? No. Oh, right. I didn't see where it was being thrown for a second. I thought that was very optimistic. Well, I mean, that was a successful bomb.
It was a successful, inaccurate pass.
Yes.
I guess he's pretty happy with whatever that ball was.
1 and 9. It was actually a snake eye, but it didn't need to be snake eyes for rubbing it in.
Yeah.
That wasn't an important dodge anyway. It was more of a...
No. It was just to free up a guy. It does mean Caolan can now use that lineman for critical assists, or just even just putting a tackle zone on that one tackle guy back there. Which he does with that blitzer anyway, so I think it's pretty fine. And then we see Dark Elves doing what they love to do, which is just marking up, getting tackle zones where they need them, and I expect we'll see a blitz from the downed Witch Elf. Is it Jacinta or Becky? I can never remember which one. Oh, here we go. Okay, just a stun. That might be close to the best they could have hoped for. Dark Elves are just going to trot the ball down now, so they are in scoring range. But I can't see them scoring. Can you? Like, I fully expect Caolan to stall.
Absolutely. I mean, even with the one injury, I mean, if both the KOs come back, it's not impossible. The Norse counter score. I mean, it doesn't even need the KOs. He's got 4 subs now.
Yeah, have the Norse got many KOs or anything like that, or an injury?
No.
On the nothing yet.
No.
Okay.
I mean, with the wizard as well being in play, I think he will that changes. Yes, I agree. I think he'll stall. I think he'd back himself on a 1-0.
Yeah, you're good.
I think he'd back himself on a 1-0, or if the Norse do manage to score, I think he's confident he'll be able to make them score.
Yeah, the fact
quickly.
that if he scores, he's still facing an 11-strong team increases the chances of Kaiser's Glory scoring and then going into the second half, receiving the ball with a wizard. And I feel like Caolan will back himself in to beat the wizard if he's 1-0 up going in at halftime. But at 1-1, that's a much dicier predicament. So
yeah,
I don't think there's any reason. Like the wizard, he could wizard him on turn 7, turn 8, but I can't see a world where Caolan won't still have a reroll and be able to put together an incredibly likely touchdown.
Yeah. Now the question, I guess, maybe is: does he want to score on this guy? Does he want the ball on a bolt bitch?
He definitely wants it on that guy. He's at 12 star player points. I think the question is: does he want to get a pass with him first? And so he automatically gets the 16 for the next match.
Easier to get the pass later, I think, but more. I mean, I guess the danger is, I don't think he's going to get bolted just because the Norse have very little recovery here. No real recovery.
Also, on Caolan's side, He's actually relatively okay if the bolt is used on this guy. He's one of the
Yes, he's one of
least
the lower.
skilled of his players, and it's not going on one of his game-breaking witch elves, so he'll be pretty happy. Although he needs to do something now, because this position he's in right now, Elados is definitely going to lose some more players to the crowd.
Yeah, because we've got chain. We've got where's the chain? Well, yeah.
We're not going to hit the bottom north, and then strength 4 could just push her straight in with a block. Oh. Hey, but you might have been safer on the ground there. I'm just put it out there.
Oh well.
Oh, wow.
Well.
Hey,
Who needs a bolt?
you play to your outs. Play to your outs.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I saw it.
No, no.
And I think now the surfing is a little bit less of a.
Oh, it's absolutely less of a concern.
Wow.
What a bomb! Did I only get one guy?
Yeah. Yeah, but
Okay.
well, she's got jump up, so I guess it doesn't make a huge difference. But no,
Well, it certainly does from a mental point of view. That's
yeah. I mean, that could have been an absolute high roll bomb there, accurately
Yeah.
landing with an explosion
on
and hitting
3
three
elves.
elves. Very. I mean, in the end, it was a low roll. More dice required.
Yeah. Maybe he's figured out what the secret is here. Just roll some dice, get some pows, win some games.
Yeah. No, there is a very nice bomber surf on.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, so much for that.
Yeah, so, to be fair, it would have left with only one standing. It doesn't matter with the witch elves. I keep forgetting about jump up.
Yeah, it's such a frustrating skill. And if you don't like a lot of CaolanG's blitzers, they've got this grab bag of incredibly frustrating skills to play against.
Yeah.
Diving tackle and
sidestep, yeah.
Sure hands. You know,
he's got lucky with a few doubles for guard.
Yeah, a couple guys with guard as well. But I know he's been frustrated with diving tackle. It just seems like the least reliable skill of all time.
Well, shadowing, I think might be also in consideration for that title.
Yeah. He had one with shadowing, I think, but I feel like he died.
So what you're saying is he tried to create an assassin?
He tried to create an assassin. Now I will say, the Norse match, that's where you want your assassins. Like those armor 7 guys, just off the pitch.
Yeah.